Hey everyone! If you're into electric vehicles or you've been following NIO, you'll know there's always something new and exciting happening with this company. Today, we're diving into one of the most anticipated innovations that NIO is preparing to launch soon, the next evolution of their battery swapping system. It's not just an upgrade. It's a major transformation, and honestly, it could redefine how we think about EV energy infrastructure going forward. Now, let's start with what we've recently learned from NIO's new sub-brand Firefly. One of the key takeaways during the announcement of Firefly was that this brand wouldn't initially be compatible with NIO's current battery swap infrastructure, the battery swap stations we've seen deployed across China in recent years. That may have been a bit disappointing to hear at first, especially for those of us who are enthusiastic about NIO's energy ecosystem and its long-term scalability. But here's the twist. NIO isn't stopping there. They've already announced plans for a 5th-generation battery swap system that is set to start rolling out next year. And this new infrastructure will support Firefly models. That's huge. It means that even as NIO diversifies with new sub-brands and market strategies, they are still keeping battery swapping at the core of their user experience and technological promise. What's even more interesting is that this upcoming transformation isn't just about compatibility. It's also about rethinking what these stations actually are. In a recent user engagement session involving Shen Fei, the newly appointed president of ONVO, and Lihong Qin, NIO's co-founder and president, we got a glimpse into what's really coming. They revealed that these battery swapping stations will undergo a rebranding, no longer being referred to simply as battery swap stations. Instead, they will be known as power swap hubs. Now that may sound like a small shift, just a name change, right? But when you really look deeper, it reflects something much bigger. These 5th-gen power swap hubs will be far more advanced than the current setup. Instead of just serving NIO-branded vehicles, these hubs will be accessible to multiple NIO sub-brands including ONVO and Firefly, as well as potentially other third-party electric vehicles in the future. Think of it like this: a traditional fuel station but designed for battery swapping. A centralized, high-capacity node where multiple EVs can drive in and perform a quick battery change, all in one location, all at the same time. This kind of scalability and interoperability shows that NIO isn't just building infrastructure for their own cars, but laying the groundwork for a national or even international battery swap network. It's a bold move. And let's be honest, no other EV maker is doing something this ambitious on a wide scale. Others might be looking at faster chargers or extended battery ranges, but battery as a service at this scale remains NIO's domain. They're not just creating a car company. They're building an entire energy ecosystem around electric vehicles. From an investor's standpoint, this is exactly the kind of strategic innovation that sets NIO apart. Battery swapping may not be a feature that's discussed on mainstream media every day, but for those of us watching closely, we know it's the game changer. It's why many of us are long-term NIO holders. This isn't about short-term gains or meme stock hype. This is about real infrastructure, real value. The NIO CEO recently touched on another key point during a talk: the lifespan of EV batteries. He mentioned that while an electric car might physically last for 20 years, the battery inside it most likely won't. After about 160,000 kilometers, degradation begins to set in. That's when performance drops, and that's when owners might have to face the costly reality of a battery replacement. Unlike traditional fuel-based engines where wear and tear is a known variable, battery degradation introduces anxiety for EV owners, especially those new to the technology. But here's where NIO's model becomes crucial. With their battery-as-a-service BaaS and swapping technology, that fear disappears. You're never tied to a failing battery. You simply swap and continue driving with a fresh, full-capacity battery every time. Now, let's also not ignore the importance of timing. NIO's long-term strategy is aligned with the Chinese government's goals. There's clear backing and encouragement from the state when it comes to EV innovation, infrastructure rollout, and clean energy solutions. So the launch of the Power Swap Hub isn't just a company milestone. It's a national-level play that ensures NIO stays relevant and continues to thrive in China's rapidly evolving EV market. That's why, despite share price fluctuations and market volatility, many long-term investors remain confident. The fundamentals are strong, the vision is clear, and the commitment to R&D is unmatched. So as we look ahead, it's impossible not to feel optimistic about what's coming. The 5th-generation power swap hubs won't just change how NIO operates, they could shift the direction of the entire EV industry. They mark a serious evolution, turning isolated vehicle support into shared, scalable infrastructure that can power entire fleets and communities. If you're someone who believes in innovation, long-term planning, and solving real-world problems, NIO continues to be a company to watch and to hold. Yes, the stock might not be where we want it right now. But remember, innovation takes time to show up in the numbers. The people sticking with NIO through the tough periods are the ones who understand that true transformation doesn't happen overnight. It comes from persistence, patience, and progress, exactly what NIO continues to deliver. So let's keep pushing forward. Let's keep believing in the blue sky vision. And let's stay tuned for more groundbreaking updates as NIO keeps driving the future of mobility. Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more stock predictions and market insights. Remember to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Happy investing, and see you in the next